Hare Krishna, uh, Danot Pranam to all the Prabhujis and Matajis who have joined this session. Yesterday we discussed uh, about how Lord Krishna instructed Uddhavji, and the theme or the underlying principle was that by looking around us, there is so much to learn, and a jiva, a soul, lok tattva vichakshana, as Lord Krishna says, aane bhi mano. The living entity themselves, they can learn so many things, and by learning those things, they can uplift themselves. Even though spiritual master is there to guide them, but also every individual living entity, they need to make some endeavors and take actions, appropriate actions, as per observing things around them. And there is so much to learn. In that context, Lord Krishna telling Uddhavji a pastime wherein Yadu Maharaj, Lord Krishna's ancestor, how he heard from Avadhut Brahman. And then Avadhut Brahman tells Yadu Maharaj how he had learned so much from 24 Gurus. Ete me Gurvo Rajan Chaturvinshati Ashrit. Chaturvinshati as in 24 Gurus. I have taken shelter of those 24 Gurus. And those Gurus, as we heard various names yesterday, and one of the Guru that Avadhut Brahman mentioned, how Pingala got enlightened self, and how by seeing her actions, Avadhut Brahman learned so many things from her that he considered her as one of his Guru. Yeah. So let's do little kirtan and we will start. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Parth Sarthi Radha Parth Sarthi Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय श्री हरिनाम यज्ञ की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। So today we will take a verse from chapter 8 and then we will discuss around that. Yeah. So the verse is 11th canto, 8th chapter, verse number 42. It is related to yesterday's verse, as Lord Krishna said that Atmanahi Atmeva. By the living entity, they can uplift themselves. So similar conclusion was made by Pingala from her experience, from her realization. Yeah. So we will discuss that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Atma eva hi Atmano Gopta. Atma eva hi Atmano Gopta. Nirvidyet yadakhilat. Nirvidyet yadakhilat. Apramatta idam pashet. Apramatta idam pashet. Grastam kalam ihina jagat. Grastam kala ihina jagat. So word by word translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Atma, the soul, eva, alone, he certainly, Atmana, of himself, Gopta, the protector, Nirvidyet, becomes detached, Yada, when, Akhilad, from all material things, apramatta, without material fever. Idam, this, pashet, can see, grastam, seized, kal, of time, ahina, by the serpent, jagat, the universe. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. When the living entity sees that the entire universe has been seized by the serpent of time, he becomes sober and sane, and at that time detaches himself from all material sense gratification. In that condition, the living entity is qualified to be his own protector. I repeat, when the living entity sees that the entire universe has been seized by the serpent of time, when we realize that, when we see that, he becomes sober and sane, and at that time detaches himself from all material sense gratification. And in that condition, the living entity is qualified to be his own protector. Yeah. Please hear the purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, Pingala states that by the Lord's mercy, a self-realized soul can see that the entire universe is existing within the jaws of the great serpent of time. Certainly, this is not a promising situation, and one who sees it loses his desire for sense gratification. Thus, by the Lord's causeless mercy, the spiritually sane living entity can protect himself from illusion. Since Pingala is now glorifying the personality of Godhead for his mercy in awarding salvation, the following question might arise. Is she worshipping the Lord out of love, or is she merely a salvationist desiring liberation from material existence? In answer, it may be said that in her Krishna conscious situation, she is already liberated. Yeah? Even though remaining in this world, her program will now be simply to render loving service to the personality of Godhead without any personal desire, including that of salvation. Very important here. Krishna, in answer, it may be said that her Krishna conscious situation, she is already liberated, even though remaining in this, and her program will now be simply to render loving service to the personality of Godhead without any personal desire, ahetuki, apratihrita, including that of salvation. Srila Bhaktivedanta purports ki jai. Let's do Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथं वितान्तं सजीवं सावधैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपाकांता श्री राधा कांता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare भूतेर्महतेर्यमा पुरो विभो निर्मायशेते यदमोष पुरुषा भुङ्क्ते गुणांशोडश षोडशात्मकम् सोऽलङ्कसृष्ट भगवान् वचांसि मे श्रीकृष्ण शरणं शरणागतम् कथामृतं सतत पिबतम् भक्ति वेदांत मार्ग पंथनम् सर्वलोक ऋषि देव जन्म प्रसन्नम् सर्वलोक ऋषि देव जन्म प्रसन्नम्. Hare Krishna. So, as we said that Avdut Brahman, he is saying 24 gurus, and out of those 24 gurus, one of the gurus is Pingala, prostitute. Now, Abdul Brahman telling Yadu Maharaj that Pingala Nama Vaishyasid Videha Nagare Pura. In old time, in the Videha Nagari, and Videha Nagari is, if you know, Maharaj Janak, Mother Sita, she appeared there as daughter of Maharaj Janak. So Maharaj Janak, so in that Nagari, in that city, she was as a prostitute, Videha Nagari. And Abdul Brahman says, Tasya me shikshitam kinchin nripanandana. From her, I learned something. Yeah? And Nibodha, please hear that. O Nripanandan, O son of the king. Here, very, very important, he is, Abdul Brahman is addressing Yadu Maharaj as Nripanandan. Nri stands for Nra, Nraloke, and Nrap stands for Nra. Pa means Palak, how Gopal, one who looks after all the Naras within his jurisdiction. So he is putting an emphasis on that you are a son king. Your father was responsible for maintaining certain people. So a position of responsibility, he is addressing him not as authority, but he is addressing Nripanandan. I have learned Tasya me shikshitam kinchin Nibodha Nripanandana. O son of the king, let me, or O son of somebody who was the Palak, who was the protector of other living entities, hear that from me. And then he says that prostitute, Pingala, what she would do is, she would stand outside her house, right? Actually, it's not just that. It's referred here as Sanket Upniveshyati. Yeah. So Sanket is called address, or office address. Actually, in Sanskrit, if you look at the business card, how we carry business when you go for work, yeah, in Sanskrit it is called Sanket Patra. So it's not your house; it's the place of business. Yeah. So Sanket Upniveshyati. So that Veshya, and then one day Abhuta Kale, yeah, yeah, in the night time, she was standing outside, yeah, Vibhramati, yeah, and for the because she wanted the love, Kantam, yeah. She wanted the love, and she was Abhuta Kale Dware. So she was standing on the door in the night, and she was just waiting for customers, Sanket Upanishati, to bring them inside her place of business. So she was standing there. And when she was standing there, what she was doing? She was looking at them. Marg agachato vikshaya. Marg is on the street, on the path. Agachato is coming and going. Vikshaya, she was looking at them. Marg agachato vikshaya. Purushan, Purusha, Purushan. So she was looking at all those men. Oh, gem among the men. So he's again addressing Yadu Maharaj, gem among the men. She was standing outside and she was looking at them. And when she was looking at them, she was thinking in her mind that maybe this person, yeah, maybe this person, Tan, yeah, maybe that person, he can give me the money. Yeah. With the water, oh, that person's look rich. Maybe he can give me some money. Yeah. Tan mulya dan with the water. She was thinking that person looks rich. Maybe he can give me the money. And not just money, he can also give me kantan. Kant means love, lover. As we were discussing yesterday, Sripad Shankaracharya is saying that Kate Kanta, who is your lover? Yeah. Kastai Putra, who is your son? But she was looking at them, maybe this person looks rich. Yeah. He can give, yeah, and he can also satisfy my desires. Kantan mene artha and kamuki. So he can fulfill my desire. He can give me love. So she was standing like this on the door and she was looking at those people as they were coming and going, as they were passing. Now she was standing there for such a long time. Yeah. Evam durashaya dhvasta. So here Abdul Brahman is saying the asha, the hope. So she had hope that they will come, they will give me money, and they will also give me love. Yeah. So she was not just after love, she was after money also. But when nobody came or responded, then evam durashaya dhvasta nidra dware avalambati. Yeah. Then she lost her sleep. She couldn't sleep. And dware avalambati. So she was holding the door and she was standing there. Yeah. And durashaya dhvasta. So here Abdul Brahman is saying that her asha was durasha. Yeah. It was not the right asha. Asha is in hope. Yeah. So she was expecting something that she should not be expecting. Living entity doesn't, hanker for. But her durasha got dhvast, as in shattered, and hanging on to the door. And in doing that, all that while what she was doing is nirgachanti. She was going out on the street. She was coming. She was going out. She was coming. And in doing nishitham samapadyata, it became midnight. Nishitham samapadyata. And then she got really tired. She got really fed up. And she started thinking in her mind, what is it that I am hankering for? And then Abdul Brahman tells Yadu Maharaj that tasya nirvinna chittaya, that her nirvinna chitta, nirvin is who is completely shattered, disgusted with oneself. Nirvinna. You know how Mother Devhuti, when she goes and surrenders to Bhagavan Kapil Dev, she tells Bhagavan Kapil Dev, Nirvinna nittaram bhumanna asat indriya darshana yena sambhavya manena. So she's saying that Nirvinna nittaram bhumanna. Oh my dear Lord, I am disgusted You know that pastime, Kardam Rishi built that mansion, aerial mansion. All the facilities were there. That mansion was still there. And then she realized that there was still something missing. And then she surrenders and tells Bhagwan Kapil that Nirvinnani Taram Hamanna, that I am disgusted by these material desires. And material desires of Asat Indriya Darshanat. So she's saying that these which are Indriya, these senses, or after the Vishaya Bhog, Tarshana, as in their desire, Trishna. You know. So these Indriya are Asat, and their desires is also Asat. Asat Indriya Tarshana. And every time there was a feeling, Yena Sambhavya Manena. That okay, now this is it. This is the last time I desire for this. Maybe this will be the end of it. Maybe this will be the end of it. But in doing that, that end never came. So she finally realized, no, this is not my Swarup. And then she surrendered. So similarly, that Pingala, when she was waiting outside, she was looking at every man passing by. Maybe he can give me money. Maybe he can fulfill my desire. Yeah, yeah. Then she got shattered. She was disgusted, and then she sang a song. So Abdul Brahman says, Tasya nirvinna chittaya, whose chit, whose heart was shattered. Yeah. Then she sang a song. Yeah. Geetam Shranu Yatha Mama. I sang her song, or she sang that song, and I heard that song. Oh my king, now you hear that. And then here also, Abdul Brahman says to the king that when these Asha Pashan, yeah, Nirved Asha Pashana, yeah, he's calling these Asha, these hopes, they are like a Pash, like Mrityu Pash, which is around your neck. That's what is called Pash. So that Pash, so this is called Asha Pash. Yeah. Sripad Shankaracharya in his, in that Bhaj Govindam bhajan, so there are two stanzas where he highlight the state of this Asha Pasha. So this goose or this, what we got around our neck. So he's saying that, a human being, how we much, how so much we hanker for the material desires, how we try to maintain this body just so we can enjoy the sense gratification. That is the whole purpose, isn't it? So here, Shilpa Shankaracharya says that, you know, that vriddho yati gritva dandam. Yeah? That angam galitam palitam mundam dashan vihinam jatam. Vriddho yati gritva dandam tadapina muchyati ashapin. So he's saying vriddho yati gritva dandam. Angam galitam, the body parts are decaying, right? Your hands cannot operate as they used to operate 10 years ago. Your legs cannot operate. You are not able to walk anymore. Yeah. Angam galitam. Palitam, you have become bald. The hairs have fallen off. Fallen off. Dashan vihinam, you have lost your teeth. Jatam tundam. Now when you speak, the air comes out. You're not able to even pronounce the words properly. Yeah. Vriddho yati gritva dandam. You have become old and you are walking with a stick. Yeah. Tadapina muchyati asha. Then you are not able to give up the hope. There is still some hope that one day I will be able to enjoy. So that's what Abdul Brahman is saying. That nirved asha pasha. When that asha pash. Yeah. And then he says, Purushasya yada Purushasya hi asi. So he says that Asha Pash, yeah, Nirved as in detachment, he asi as in sword. That detachment acts as a sword to cut that Asha Pasha. to cut that around our neck of all these desires. So the only way is nirved. As we become detached, so we are able to. So Abdul Brahman tells Yadu Maharaj, now that Pingala, prostitute, she was so shattered, and then she started thinking of herself, about herself, that I'm such a fool. I was such a fool. I was desiring happiness. I was hankering for happiness from these people. You know, Kantha Vismritam Ratnam. Aho Dukkham Mahadukkham Dukkhat Dukkhat Taro Yatha Kanchartha Vismritam Ratnam Harer Namev Harer Namev Harer Namev. For the pieces of broken glass, I have forgotten the Ratna. I have forgotten the diamonds. So she was cursing herself that what have I done with my life? I was expecting happiness from these people, from these tuch people. Yeah. Can they really give me happiness? And then she says, so this is her song. So there's that nice verse, if you haven't heard, but please, I would recommend, Santam Samipe Ramanam Rati Pradam Santam Samipe Ramanam Rati Pradam Vitta Pradam Nityamimam Vihaya Akamadam Dukhabhayadhishokam Akamadam Dukhabhayadhishokam Moha pradam tu chamiham bhajena. So now she is telling herself that Santam Samipe, that my Lord, who is true well-wisher of everyone, he is so close to my heart. Sa Antam, that which is the end of everything, or that supreme personality of God. He is so close to my heart. Who Ramanam Rati Pradam, who can give so much love. With the Pradam, who can also give me with, who can also give me dhan. And not just once. And that dhan is Parmarath dhan. Yeah? So he can give me that dhan. He can give me the love. Yeah? And not just once, Nityam, all the time. Imam Vihai. And I have left him. Leaving that Lord. What I have gone for? A Kamadam, who cannot fulfill my desires. Rather what they are doing? Dukh, Bhaya, they are all giving me miseries, distress, a fear. Yeah. Bhay, fear. Adi, Vyadhi is physical illness. Adi is mental illness. Janam Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, as they say. So Adi, Shokam, lamentation. Yeah. A Moha Pradam. It has put me into illusion. Right? Rather, because of them, I've gotten into illusion. Illusion as in, they can make me happy. But no. So she says that I was hankering for that. Moh Pradam, Tucham. Tucham as in, very cheap. How Narottam Das Thakur sings in that nice bhajan. Samsare basana mora kabe tuchha have Vishaya chadiya kabe Shudha bimana kabe ham he rabo Shri Vrindavana. गोरंगा बोलीते हवे पुलक शरीरा हरि हरि बोलीते नयन बावे नीरा संसार बसाना मोरा काबे तुच्छा हवे. When this samsar basana, when living in this world, will become tuchha for me, when will I be able to, generate that vairagya within my heart? When will I be able to develop the love for Vrindavan? Yeah, when will that time come? So that's what Pingala is now saying. That tuchham aham bhajegna. Bhaje agna. Agna is in agyan. Because I did not have the gyan, I was a mood, and I bhaj as in serving. I served these tuch people, thinking that they can give me happiness, they can give me pleasure, they can give me dhan. No. So she was lamenting. Yeah. And in that lamentation, now she keeps glorifying the Lord. Now she started glorifying the Lord, as Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, that her program will now be to just serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead all the time, every time, without any expectation. I had to. So she starts glorifying the Lord. And now she tells that, my dear Lord, that this realization that has happened, or this misery that I have gone through, that dukh that I have gotten, this is actually a blessing for me. Oh, I am so fortunate. I am so fortunate that I went through that distress. I am very fortunate. Otherwise, how could I have gone through that distress which has arisen vairagya inside? So sometimes these adversity happen in our life. And dear Prabhuji's Mataji, this pastime is described by Lord Krishna to Uddhavji, yeah, which Parikshit Maharaj is hearing from Shukadevji. And the conversation happened between Yadu Maharaj and Abdut Brahman. Maharaj, Abdut Brahman is observing. By observing, he actually called Pingala as his guru. That through the distress, how the vairagya happened. Yeah. And now she tells their lordship. She says, my dear Lord, you are the Suhrit, yeah, Presht Tamo Nath. Suhrit Presht Tamo Nath. Atma Cha Ayam Sharirina. My dear Lord, you are the true well-wisher. Yeah. You are the Suhrit. Yeah. You are the Presht Tamo. You are the Presht as in lover. Tamo as in topmost, superlative degree. You are the praise Tamo. Nath, you are the Nath. You know how we say Anath. So you are the Nath. Yeah. And you are also the soul of all these living entities. Right? So what, and then as if questioner, what will you do now? She says, Tam vikriye atmaneva aham. Tam vikriye atmaneva aham. Ramenena yatharam. Very powerful. What she is saying is, now Kriya, I will now sell myself to him. You see, in Sanskrit, in translation, when you buy something, it's called Kray. When you sell something, it's called Vikray. So she is saying, Tam Vikriya Atmaneva Aham. I will now buy him. And in exchange, Atmaneva Eva Aham. I will sell myself to him and I will buy him. And then what will you do by buying him? Ramena anena yatha rama. I will constantly, Ramanam rati pradam. I will constantly do vihar with him as Mother Lakshmi is doing. See? So she's saying, I will actually buy him by selling myself to him. See? And by doing that, I will be constantly, doing vihar with him. As it is said that, Tulsi dal matrena jalasya chulkenava. Yeah. Just by a leaf, leaf from Tulsi Maharani. Jalasya chulkenava, a few drops of jal. Yeah. Vikriya swa atmanam bhakte vatsalat. That Supreme Lord, He is so merciful that if someone just offers a tulsi leaf and a little drop of water, yeah, He will sell Himself. Vikriya swa atmanam bhaktebhyo bhakta vatsala. Yeah. You know how that pastime in Ante Leela, third chapter, glories of Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. That Ramchandra Khan, who was a zamidar, he was so envious of Haridas Thakur. When he saw that people in the surrounding areas were worshiping, he got envious of him. And he was an atheist. So he devised a plan that how I can blaspheme him, how I can get him arrested. So he did his research, and Hari Thakur was a perfect person. He was doing all the things that he heard about him to be doing. So basically, he could not find any fault in him. Now, as envious he was, he devised a plan that I will now find fault, and I will I will do some bad publicity for him. So he engaged a few prostitutes. He called the prostitutes and he told them that somehow or other you have to be with him. And as you go with him, then I will send my people and they will arrest him as well. And that's what I want. So out of those group of prostitutes, he picked a young girl and he told her, you go, and as soon as you go there, I will send my soldiers and they will arrest him. But she said, no, let me first go. Let me see what the situation is. And within 3 days, I will be able to get him, and I will be able to get him in my trap, so-called trap. And then she went there. As she went there first day, so Das Thakur was sitting there chanting, and there was Tulsi Maharani there. So that prostitute, she must have done some soup in her previous life. As she reached there, she saw Tulsi Maharani. She bowed down to Tulsi Maharani. Initially, it was to impress him, to impress Srila Das Thakur. Sometimes we go and we pretend that as if I'm also a devotee. Sometimes you have seen people, they just go, and if you go to a devotee's house, or sometimes we meet senior, some people, they just bow down and pretend that they are also devotee. So she pretended that, and she was sitting there, and then Srila Das Thakur was chanting. As he was chanting, then he looked at her and she spoke to him, and she told him that I have come here, and she glorified him. You are so youthful, you are so beautiful, you are so handsome. How can any woman not be attracted to you? How will they be able to desist themselves? And as she was saying that, then she said, I want your association. Then Srila Haridas Thakur said, no, you just wait. Wait, give me some time. Let me finish my chanting, and then you will get my association. Then Srila Haridas Thakur kept chanting. Whole night he was chanting, and she was sitting there. She was hearing his chanting as well. And as she was hearing his chanting, the morning came, and then Haridas Thakur told her that, look, I haven't finished my rounds. I need to continue doing more rounds. Maybe, tomorrow I will fulfill your desires. So she got up, went away. She told Ramchandra Khan, she came back. She came back again. This time also she bowed down to Tulsi Maharani. Very important. Point is Tulsi Maharani. She bowed down to Tulsi Maharani. And this time she also bowed down to Haridas Thakur and quietly said there. Haridas Thakur kept chanting and then he told her, look, I'm going to chant 10 million names in the whole month. So you please bear with me. And as soon as I finish, I will fulfill your desire and you will get my association. She kept sitting there and she gone and told everything to Ramchandra Khan. Then second day also passed like this. And then she got up and then she came back again, go down to Tulsi Maharani. Third day, she was sitting there and he was chanting. As she heard Srila Haridas Thakur chanting, she also started chanting with him. And she was chanting, chanting, chanting. Then to the night, as the morning came, she got up and she just bowed down and she paid obeisances to Haridas Thakur. Yeah. And then she told him everything and she said, please forgive me. I am such a sinful person. I've done so many sins. Yeah. And I came here because of Chandra Khan. Then Srila Haridas Thakur told her that I knew from the day one when you came here. But I stayed back only to deliver you. And then she said, please instruct me, my spiritual master, what shall I do? And then he told her, here is Tulsi Maharani, water Tulsi Maharani every day, serve Tulsi Maharani, chant 3 lakh names every day, and within a short span of time, you'll be able to get to the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. And then the prostitute, and then Srila Haridas Thakur left from there. Yeah. And then she just stayed there. She just stayed there and then she was chanting every day. She was serving Tulsi Maharani. Yeah. And then in Krishnadas Kaviraj says, Vaishara Charitra Loke. Yeah. Her Charitra, by hearing her glories. Chamatkar, it was like a chamatkar. Yeah. How pure she became. She got changed completely. Yeah. And then because she was serving Tulsi Maharani, and then she was able to advance. Similarly here, Pingala, she realized that, what was I hankering for? I've spent so much time, all these people. And then she says, my dear Lord, what will I do now? Tam vikriya atmaneva ramenena yatha rama. As Mother Lakshmi is always doing vihar, Raman, with that Lord, I will sell myself to him. I will sell myself to him to purchase him so that I can do vihar with him all the time. And then she continues on. And then in her conclusion, then she also says, this is today's verse that she's saying. Then she's saying, Atma evhi atmano. Yeah. Atma evhi atmano gopta. So she says that the living entity is the self-protector. Gopta is a protector. Yeah? They are protector of themselves. Why? Nirvidyet yad khilat. Yeah. Once yad is when, khilat is when they are, khilat is in all the material desires. Nirvidyet, when they are detached from all the material desires, yeah, then they are able to protect themselves. The living entity are their own protector when they are able to detach themselves from all the material desires. And by doing that, then she also says, Apramatte idam pashed. Apramatte is you are always, pramatta is you are not alert. It's called pramatta. If somebody has become mad, they are addressed as pramatta because they are not serious. They don't know about the surroundings. But she's saying, Apramatta idam pashed. Yeah. With sincerity, with full alertness, if they pashed. Pashed is see, but it just doesn't mean see. It means thinking as well, analyzing. When we talk to someone, we say, you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You see. So it is in that sense she is saying. Pashed. Yeah. You are looking around and you are thinking. And what you are thinking? Grastam Kalen Ahina Jagat. This whole universe, Kalen Ahina, Kal is in time, Ahina is in serpent. The serpent of time, Grastam, has seized. Yesterday we spoke about Maya Vesha. Maya Vesha is also we said, and Grastam is also seized. So Grastam is in the sense of seized by the material desires. Aham mameti. I want this, I want that. So that's one Caesar, right? Or the time, right? But that Avesh, that Caesar is in the sense of protection. Yeah. You have seized your heart. Your heart is seized by the for the love for Krishna. No sinful desires can come into your heart. That is another type of Caesar. Fully, fully immersed. But here it is fully grasam by the serpent of time. So that's what she's saying. You see a, a living entity, very important. Atma eva hi atmana gopto. A living entity can protect themselves by detaching from all the material desires and very carefully looking around, observing the situation, as Lord Krishna said yesterday, Loka Tattva Vichakshana. Yeah? So, seeing the Tattva of this world. Yeah? Because these material desires, as Naraji told uh, Vyasaji in first canto, 5th chapter, 18 verse, he says, Tasyeva heto prayate tako vido nalabhyate yad pramitam priyana तल्लभ्यते दुःखवतनान्यत् सुखम् कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररमसा. So he's saying that tasyeva heto prayateta kovido. A person who has got inclination, some intelligence, yeah, spiritual inclination, yeah, they endeavor only for that which we can't get by traveling from the topmost planet to the lowest of the planets, from Brahmalok to Patalok. Right? And what is that? That is the service to the Lord. That is the devotion service. That is very difficult to get. Yeah. So, if at all you have to do endeavor, you endeavor only for that. As far as Sukh and Dukh are concerned, Sukhs are concerned, Naradji is saying that as the miseries come with the time without invitation, do we invite any miseries? Did we invite coronavirus? Did we know this will happen? And there are so many things going in the future. We don't invite them. They come by themselves. You know. Similarly, Naraji is saying the Sukh will also come. Kalena sarvatra gabhira ramasa. With the time, it will come by itself. So so-called dukh and sukh, as they come and go, so they will come with the time automatically. Sukh will come as the dukh comes. So an intelligent person should only endeavor for something which is not easily available, which is not easily gettable by traveling from the topmost planet to the lowermost planet. So that's what Pingala is realizing here. So she's saying that nirvidet akhilad, yada akhilad. Yeah. When we get detached from all these material desires and when we observe the world around us, a living entity can be protector of himself. They can protect themselves. Yeah. And in doing that, then we can get closer to the Lord. So that was her conclusion. Now, Avdut Brahman, he tells Yadu Maharaj, after hearing the song, now Yadu Maharaj, Avdut Brahman tells him that Asha hi paramam dukkham. nair asya paramam sukham. So he concludes this now. Pingla's seeing her situation, seeing her realization. Now Avdut Brahman concludes, and he sorts of tells. Now the question can be asked, why did he consider Pingla as his guru? So he considered her as one of his guru because he learned that asha hi paramam dukha. Yeah. Nair asham paramam sukham. These asha, these hopes that some something will happen and I will be living happily forever here in this world. Yeah. So that asha, that hope is the paramam dukham, is the main dukh, is the main source of misery. Whereas their asha, don't have any asha, if you don't have any hope, then that is the topmost sukh, that is the topmost happiness. Yeah. And then he says, samchind, yatha samchind kant asha. Yeah. Sukham, sukham swapya pingala. Yeah. He says, yatha samchind kant asha. So she was looking for a lover. And when her desire, when her hope for that lover was broken, yeah, when the hope was broken, then she could sleep, shushwapa, sukham shushwapa pingala. And then in the previous verse, 11 at 43 says, then Pingla, after that realization, she went to the bed and she could sleep. She could sleep. Sukham Shushwap Pingala. When her hope of a lover finding their love in this world got shattered. So, Prabhuji Mataji, just to conclude, we are all in one form or other, we are also like Pingla. Dare I say, because we are looking for love and hope in this world. Right? We may not admit it, but in our heart of heart, we are also like, as she was Dware Avalambati, she was hanging on to the, someone will come and he will give me money and he will be able to satisfy my desires. He will give me love. We are also looking around, all around us. Yeah? And in doing that, we say, this person will satisfy me, this person will give me love. Yeah? Yeah? And if not physically, but mentally, you know, our mentality is like that, and we are banking on this. It's like we are holding onto a onto a what you call holding on to something, you know, like a wall of sand, and there is a hanger in the in that wall, and we think I can hold on to that hanger and I can stay there, and maybe by using that I'll be able to climb up. You know what will be the fate of that kind of asha. So in that sense, Prabhuji Mataji, we all need to rethink. You know, when Vidurji comes back to Hastinapur, he goes to meet Dhritarashtra, and he asked Dhritarashtra, my dear brother, how are you, how's everything? And Dhritarashtra says, yeah, everything is fine, everything is fine. Then he asks him, are you being looked after? He says, yeah, Yudhishthira is very nice. Yudhishthira will always come and ask me, uncle, are you all right? You know, is your food okay? Is your health okay? He is fine. And what about Arjun? He says, Arjun is neutral. Okay. And then he says, what about Bhim? He said, Bhim is a problem. Bhim is always something bad. Bhim is always cursing me, you know, always saying those bad words in the sense that, oh, you did this to our family, you did that. So Bhim is a problem. And then Vidurji looked at it, and Vidurji says this verse, and then he says, Aho mahiyasi jantoridisha yatha bhavan bhim apvarjitam pindam adatte grihipalavat. He says, Aho, oh, alas, mahiyasi, so powerful, Janto. So Janto, he's used the word. Srila Prabhupada says Janto is, we used to study in biology in India. Jantu it is used for animals, not human beings. So he is addressing him. So that is the animalistic mentality. Aho mahiyasi. Allah, so powerful. Animals, Janto, Jivit Asha, to survive, to live at any cost. Asha is in hope. So that hope is so powerful, my dear, to live at any cost. Bhim apavarjitam pindam, the food prepared by Bhim killed all the sons of Dhritarashtra. Bhim killed all his sons. Bhim drank the blood, of his son's chest, and a food prepared by him. Bhum apavarjitam pindam. Viduji is not saying food; he is calling it pind. Pind is given to the ancestors. Somebody has died, we offer a pind. So ball and we put it outside, and crows come and take it. That's how that ceremony is performed. He's saying Bhim Apvarjitam Pindam Adate. You are accepting that like a dog. Grihipalavat. Grihipal is pal as in security and greh as in house. So you are like as a dog is on the door. So you are accepting the remnants of it. Aho mahiyasi janto jivitasha. So, Prabhuji Mataji, that is something we need to think about. We have forgotten that Lord who is praised them. Yeah, maybe try to remember this shloka or this line as Pingala is saying. I think it's 11:8:39, where she is saying that my dear Lord, who is like Suhrada, praised them, Nath Atma Cha Ayam Sharirani. Yeah, Sharirina. Yeah. Tam vikriya atmaneva aham. I will sell myself to buy him. I will sell myself to him and I will buy him. And in doing that, what I will do, Rame anena yatha rama. As Mother Lakshmi is always doing vihar with him, I will do that. So that is the opportunity for us, Prabhuji Mata. Srila Prabhupada has done us so much favor. He's been so merciful to us that we have this Krishna conscious movement. We have all the books and we have such a nice association, so we can benefit ourselves from all of that. It's almost 3 minutes over 8:30 now. I will stop here, Prabhuji Mataji. Due to COVID, we are not able to associate in person. Maybe a time will come, we can sit in front, we can see each other, we can have some Q&A sessions, we can share some realization. So, but I will stop here. From the bottom of my heart, my special gratitude to Her Grace Mathura Gopi Devi Dasi Mataji, His Grace Dhancham Govinda Prabhuji. In this difficult situation, they have made sure that the service is continuing. Yeah, and I'm very grateful to them for giving me this opportunity to serve Srimad Bhagavatam, to serve my Guru Maharaj, to serve Srila Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki jai. All glories to all the devotees. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. See you next time.